Alright, what's going on, guys? Gdoggcasey here for episode number 2 of our Factorio playthrough. Let's add some oh, I took it out as I put it in. Alright, so in the last episode we made ourselves a bunch of iron plates, and we got ourselves some automated coal, iron, and copper, as well as some stone over on the other side as well. Now we want to get electricity going. So, what we want to do, we need tons of iron and a little bit of stone. We're going to craft 3 steam engines and 1 boiler. We need an offshore pump, which means we need some copper plates. So we're going to come over here and grab this. We'll make 1 offshore plate, or offshore pump. And then we need a bunch of pipes as well. Although we don't need that many, so we'll just craft like 20. And while we're waiting for this, we're going to head down to our position. Where's our pump? There it is. So the pump will just sit right here, and it's going to be giving us water, right? So we can use at least 1 pipe here, but we actually want it to go directly into the boiler. Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, maybe this way will be a little bit easier. So we're going to set it up that way. Okay. And then we actually need to break out this way. Now, there are so many different ways you can do this, okay? And when it comes to power generation, this is something that I just don't have a huge understanding of. But maybe we can learn a little bit together. And if you guys know more, let me know in the comments, obviously. But let me go and collect all this coal. Oops. There. So we got a bunch of coal, because we need to put 50 into the boiler. So we can start that just like that. 50 is there, and it's ready to start consuming. In fact, it looks like it is already. Oh, it stopped. Okay. And we're going to put a steam engine right next to it. Boom. And then we need to make these electric poles. So I'm going to make like 50, which is more than we need right now, but it's good to get started. And we're going to put a pole here, and that's going to give it power. So now this thing has the ability to generate 900 power, okay? But it's not actually using any of it. And what I did last time was I actually just connected like this. And maybe this isn't smart, but to me it seems pretty smart. It's 3 steam engines, and we have power cables now, so we can go ahead, and if we just hold our click on this and run up, it'll just place them as we need them. And we have power over here now. So you know what that means. Let's take these down, because these require coal, and instead let's make, well, we're gonna make all 4 of these, but we're going to put 2 down here, and these use electricity. So keeping in mind, right now, if we mouse over here, there's no power output, right? Because we're not actually using any electricity. But as soon as I put this electric mining drill down and drop it right, probably here, and I might as well put the other one down as well once it's done. And, oh, it's in my hand already. We're going to put it right here. And all we got to do is run the power here and here. And now these things are using power, and they're pumping out much more coal. Okay? Much more coal. And they don't have to be filled with coal anymore to keep pumping coal. And if we mouse over here now, we can see we're using 60 kilowatts of power. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. It says each one uses 90 kilowatts. And because we have 2 running, we are using 60 somehow. But that's fine. We have a lot of room for much more stuff. So let's go ahead and pick up all this stuff. And at this point, it's getting a little silly that we're relying on picking it up this way. So why don't we change that? Let's go ahead and make a inserter like this. And we're just going to tell them to put all this stuff in a box. And now we can just pick it all up from a box. Okay? We're also going to pick these guys up because they're pretty much obsolete already. And we got 2 electric drills. Let's go ahead and get them pumping. Like this. And all we need to do is pull the power over. Like that. Now these guys are going nuts. And I can just fill these all with coal. But actually, there's something else now, right? These inserters, let's just make all of them. They don't, they don't require coal. They require power. So once again, these coal ones are officially obsolete already. So we're going to take them out. This guy as well. And we're going to replace them once we can with the appropriate inserters. And we're going to need power as well. Just waiting on these chips to finish. Alright, and now the inserters are coming. So. Okay. And we need power connected here. And here. And here. And here. There. Not very nice looking, but it's fine. Now, I think what we can do is if we hold this and press Z, it allows us to put it down. Yeah, so we're just putting... Oh, that's going to be too fast. Yeah, so we're just kind of creating the same problem again. Well, I mean, technically now, what we can do... See all that coal backing up? Is we can actually... Let's craft a bunch more of these. And now we can really get going with this stuff. Okay, power's in the way. That's okay. Stuff like that's going to happen quite often. Okay. We got all these inserters working like this. And we just need to get the power running somehow, which right here should be fine. It's not fine. It's not very good, but it'll do the trick for now. Pick up this coal. There. One of these is missing power somehow. And there we go. Oh, and we lost our inserter that's putting into the box. And that also needs power. There. Okay, so we're going to be overflowing on plates because we are generating so many. But it's okay because we will always need to use plates for something. Alright. The next thing that we kind of have to care about... Oh, we're out of coal over here, so let's just do that. We will make those electric later, but we don't really need copper right now. The next thing that we really want to do is try to make sure that our boiler is going to be able to be automating its coal, because as we can see here, it burns through it relatively quickly. Now, luckily, this isn't actually that hard. We're going to craft 91 conveyor belts. Now, this is just a personal thing I do. It's probably not the right thing, but I make things en masse, and then I just go collect all the plates again, and I'll use them. Like, I don't need 91 conveyor belts, but I might as well get started making them, and over the course of this playthrough, we're going to need, like, 91,000 conveyor belts, so might as well make 91 now, right? But it does cause myself a little bit of downtime, so at least I can drink some coffee and talk to you guys. But things are moving all right so far. And all we really need to do is get the coal placed in there, right? So we're gonna drop this bad boy right here. Okay. And then Put you right there. So now it's going to grab one coal at a time, whenever it can. And it's going to move it down. It's going to take a while, but as it gets here, it's going to fill in the coal on its own when it needs it. And it will not, even though it's only one arm, that should be enough coal to power this boiler for its lifetime. I'm pretty sure. Like, once the coal finally makes it down here, I don't think it's going to even pull it in. Because it won't fill it to 50, right? I think it only fills it to about 5 or so. And we can actually find out right now. I'll just snag the coal, and now it's filling up on its own, right? I think it only goes up to about 5. Yeah, it's at 5 right now. Once that runs out, it will put another one in. There we go. So it's going to start building up a coal backlog here, which means now we're, at least for this one little power grid, we don't need to worry about coal anymore. Our power is going to be on forever. All right. So we have electricity. We have copper plates. So let's get a little bit of a better copper plate thing going on here. Let's pick this up. Okay, we want electricity. I'm just going to make one, though. Oh, I need plates. I wonder if we're going to run out of plates at any time. Let me just grab 179. We'll make 3 drills, but I'm only going to use 1 over here. And we'll use some of these belts. We're going to do a similar thing, right? We're going to have, let's say, 1, 2. We'll have 4 going. Like that. I don't want burner inserters. I want normal inserters. Make like 20 of them. We got these. So I'm just going to put the 1, like I said. And now we're getting these inserters going, so we'll put them like this. Which means we are going to need 1 more of these. Like that. Okay. Need a bunch of coal. Luckily I have a bunch. And then we need some power. Right there. It is now generating. And then we just need that. That'll generate those ones at least. Probably need another one here because we're going to have some more arms on the outside. Something like this, right? I think that's fine. And then, whoop. Put a little power boy here. Power boy here. And there we go. Constant copper plate production. Much less than the iron plate, but that's totally fine. Okay, and then over for the stone. Let's take a quick run over to our stone. Let me, just in case I need stuff. Oh, here, you know what? I might as well start boxing our copper as well. Right? But let's actually pick it all up. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna pick up some of this coal too. Just cause we're filling our inventory quite a lot, but it'll be okay. Alright, so we're gonna head over to our stone production and we're just gonna automate it a little bit in a similar fashion. I love how far you can zoom out, by the way, because you can just very easily see all around you. But it is quite a run to get over here to the stone. You know what? The stone is so far that I think we're going to make our own little power grid for it here. We might as well. Looks like I can make... Okay, I already have 2. That's fine. So we'll put them down here. Okay. We're gonna make... Oh, we need an offshore pump. It should be as simple as just this. There. So that's working. And then... something like that. Okay, and then what we want is we want just one thing. Okay, hold on. Move that right there. Put that box right there. Fill you with coal. Get some power moving up here. There. So it's going to cook stone bricks. We don't need that many stone bricks, but we need some. So something that you might notice, by the way, is this is not going to have coal feeding to it automatically, right? So technically we're going to have to hand feed that coal fairly often. And that is not something that I'm really a big fan of. So, I mean, this is probably something that's just going to be, like, necessary. But in order to feed that, we're going to need to get a transport over there, aren't we? There's no other coal nearby. So let's start with a little bit of a transport. And the thing is, we have enough. So, like, we easily have enough coal that this would be totally possible. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go from here. We want it to be a straight line as much as we can. And maybe this is silly. We'll find a way to make this a little better later. It does feel a bit silly to me, but that's fine. Factorio is a silly game. Let's go grab some plates. $360. That'll allow us to make 120 of these conveyor belts. We will make an arm over here. It's just going to take a little bit. Clearly there's enough coal coming down here, so we don't have to... Oh, wrong way. There we go. We don't got to be too stingy with the coal. We'll bring it all the way over. Break some of these. Perfect. Okay, and now we're officially starting to make these, so we can run back here. They make reasonably quick, but we still gotta stop and let them catch up. Another thing we could do. So that's where the boiler is. So we can come from the other way. Essentially, put that there. Take this. And come this way. It'll be fine. We're going to put you here. Go. There. It should be that simple. Take that coal. It'll shut the power down. This will eventually stop. Should eventually stop. There we go. Out of power. I think it's just using it up. And then it's going to be out. That's my assumption anyway. We can find out for sure. We'll turn that off. These should eventually run out of power. Oh. I don't know where it's getting its power from. Oh, it's running out now. I think. I don't know. Somehow it's generating power. It must be just... I think it's slowing down. I think that's what's happening. And eventually it's going to run out. I'm not exactly sure how the power is working. As it says, this is out of coal. But regardless, we're going to fill it with coal now. And now there's no reason for it to run out of power if it does. So there we go. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I thought I heard something. Okay, so we got a stone production here. We got bricks being made. Which, excuse me. It's not much, but we can start by just kind of creating us a little path, and you do run faster on bricks. And again, it's not much, but it'll help. Because we're going to have to kind of combine these lands here at some point. Alright, so there we have it. As far as I know, we have everything we need. Next up, we have to start considering research. And just look at this research tree, guys. You start at automation, and this is all from automation, but it goes even deeper. Like, you can go into explosive rocketry, and it's just insane. But luckily, the game starts off nice and simple. We're going to start with automation, which needs these 10 red science packs, okay? We can actually make these science packs just out of copper and plate. So let's grab ourselves some of that. And let's grab ourselves some of that. And let's make ourselves, I don't know, like 50 or so red potions. Okay, another thing we're going to have to make is a lab. So let's make the lab. Of course, after those red potions. So that's going to take a while. And we need a good setup. So we have a lot of room here. We need a lab setup. I think what we're going to do is just make it kind of in the center here. But we'll have to clear out these trees as we go. But we'll make it in this location. So we'll start off... Well, we got to make these potions. So let me actually cancel these. There. We'll make a few potions and we'll make the lab. And since this is kind of slow, we'll tack on another miner, electric miner. There we go. Just right there. That should pick things up here. But we got our lab, so let's just put the lab down anywhere. Okay, right there. It's going to need power, so let's get some power over to it. Alright, and what we can do is feed it these potions, and then we can start our research. So let's say we want to go for automation. It's going to take, I think this means 10 potions for 10 seconds. Or no, each potion takes 10 seconds to eat, and it does it 10 times. So if we do that, we have 10 potions in there. That should be exactly enough to complete this automation research. And we see it going. It's pretty neat. So let's do that. Yeah, see, this seems to be a bit better. And at this rate, we're creating too much on this side, not as much on that side. I don't really know why that's happening. It's just, okay, it's because of this third thing is grabbing over this third one is. So we have exactly enough out of these two for like 4.5 furnaces to be cooking. So that's why it's overloaded on this side, because occasionally this one adds one. That's okay. That is okay. There's a research going. We're about 66%. And when we complete this research, we get the ability to create assembling machines, which are incredibly important, as well as long-handed inserters, which definitely can be important. And we're going to make use of the assembly machine in the next episode. But I guess, you know, one thing that we're definitely going to want to make sure is that essentially just... Now this is being a little ambitious. I'm going to move this guy down here. Just want to see what it looks like. Okay, we finished our automation research. Amazing. We can make assembling machines. The next thing we want, let's go ahead with turrets. But we're not actually going to have enough red potions to make that. We don't have any. So how do we make red potions other than just constantly going and collecting these and then turning them into red potions manually? Well, we're going to figure that out in the next episode. So stay tuned, and we'll see you then.